A smart home links internet-connected devices together, automating everyday tasks like opening the blinds, turning on the lights, and warming up the house before you even step out of bed. These systems function by processing information. For a device to output automation, it must first collect input, gathering details about your presence and your habits to make the technology feel seamless. This blueprint shows how that looks in practice. We're going to track a single, ordinary day and watch as these glowing data nodes and digital lines populate, mapping out the data trail generated by a standard home. While this technology is designed to improve the user experience, it creates a digital footprint that grows with every interaction. Understanding the scale of that footprint is the first step in managing your privacy. At 7 a.m., the morning routine begins. As the smart lights switch on and the connected coffee maker starts its cycle, those activations are immediately logged as events on your home network. Even when these devices aren't recording your voice or capturing video, they generate metadata. Metadata is a log of your behavior, digital records of exactly when you use energy and which rooms you occupy throughout the morning. Consider a robot vacuum. As it sweeps the floor, its internal sensors are scanning the environment, quietly mapping the physical layout and the specific dimensions of your living space. This timeline graph shows how these automated actions cluster together. The heavy spikes of activity between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. create a clear pattern that identifies your precise sleeping and waking schedules. An intruder doesn't need to see into your home to know when you're there. They can deduce your entire daily routine just by looking at these metadata logs. At 7:30 a.m., you might ask your smart speaker for the weather forecast before you head out for work. These assistants are built to listen for wake words. However, accidental activations can occur, causing the device to record snippets of private conversation and send them to a cloud server without your knowledge. By 8 a.m., you're on your commute. You open a companion app on your phone to double-check that the smart deadbolt on your front door is locked. These apps often request extensive permissions, demanding access to your contacts, Bluetooth, or local storage, even when those permissions aren't required to operate the hardware. Back at the house, your indoor security camera is online. If that camera uses a weak password or outdated firmware, it becomes a vulnerability, potentially allowing a digital intruder to watch your home remotely. Without the correct security settings, the devices you bought to protect your home can end up providing a direct path for someone to spy on it. The day ends at 7 p.m. as you sit down to stream a show on your smart TV. As you watch, the television is collecting data on your search queries, which apps you use, and a detailed history of everything you've viewed. Some TVs use content recognition technology to monitor the screen, identifying exactly what is playing in real time to build a deeper profile of your interests. This final routine completes the data trail. By the time you go to bed, your private habits have been converted into a detailed behavioral profile that companies can use for targeted advertising. This house blueprint is now completely saturated with data. In just 12 hours of normal usage, your smart home has generated a massive web of information about your life. Your first line of defense is to update every default password and enable multi-factor authentication. This adds a secondary layer of security that prevents anyone from accessing your devices with just a password alone. You can also isolate your devices by creating a guest Wi-Fi network. This splits your home into two distinct zones, keeping your smart gadgets on a separate connection so they can't access the private data on your primary computer or phone. Make it a habit to review your app permissions and delete any companion apps you no longer use. Regularly updating your device firmware is also essential to closing the security gaps that attackers exploit. For more strategies on protecting your digital privacy, subscribe to Cyventra Technologies. Stay cyber aware, stay secure, and we'll see you in the next video. Smart technology offers incredible convenience, but it shouldn't come at the cost of your privacy. By taking these steps, you can enjoy a connected home while staying in control of your personal data.